Welcome to My Life is Hell.
Why is your life hell?
Because I live with Alan Rolston. Oh, did I say that out loud?
You just had 5 days when I wasn't anywhere near you.
I was left alone, abandoned for 5 days. I was asleep when he got up to go out. I was asleep when he came home. Where were you?
Summer Institute of Film and Television.
And who's the genius behind that?
The genius behind that is Tom Shoebridge, but the organization facilitation was, I guess, Digi60, Kevin Burton. There's some other names I'm probably supposed to say at this point, but I don't have that list memorized.
And the course runs out of Algonquin, is that
Yeah,
right?
it was conducted at Algonquin, yes.
And there were classes for different...
Script writing advanced, acting, and directing and production.
Any
Like
people
directing
you know?
and production was in one unit.
Oh, sorry. Any people you know were there?
There were a lot of faces. I think there were at least half the people there were faces I knew and I had spoken to before. And then there were a few people I actually had contact with online, Facebook or whatever. And there were a few brand new faces. A lot of actors. I knew all the actors. Oh, wait, that's not true. Two of them I did not know. I knew one out of 6 in my script writing group. Yeah, actually, anyway, there was a lot of faces I knew.
And Alan forgot to invite the actors to come to the Sparta auditions, but hopefully Brennan will see this message and get the news out to his classmates.
Hopefully. We can always ask him directly.
And last Friday was the catch and release.
The catch and release.
That is a special message to a friend of mine.
What we did was we catched a lot of people walking by and we stuffed a list of criteria in their pocket and then we released them. Yes.
Yes. And apparently some of them are quite, what's that word when you're crafty? Quite crafty. They're trying to be crafty about the catch criteria because many filmmakers just can't take the truth. You can't handle the truth.
It reminds me of when I was a skydiver. There was always somebody saying, as an instructor, you know, it's the new skydivers will sometimes come and ask you, hey, you know, I'm about to buy
polar cords this time.
No, I'm about to buy a new set of gear. What's the smallest chute I can get away with? Because there's a relationship between body mass and the square footage and lift capacity of a parachute. So everyone's always wanting to go with the smallest they could get away with because it offered a higher performance kind of experience trying to land it. That also meant the incidence of injury would be elevated. Anyway, some of the filmmakers are looking at the catch and they're asking me, so what can I get away with? And so I had to send a message out saying, look, the whole idea here is this is a challenge. Sparta Film Challenge. Notice the biggest word is challenge. You have to embrace the challenge, not try and dodge it. And basically, if you try and dodge it, you're probably going to be disqualified. So make sure your movie embraces the catch so it's obvious that it's been fulfilled, is what I told them.
So man up and woman up and stop complaining. Get the film made. Beep, 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 beep.
So I had a very... and the people...
This is too long.
I'm going to muzzle her, okay? Is that okay? The people who are at S.I.F.T already heard me say this today, but I was blown away by a number of things during the last 5 days. One of which was Dan DeMar's comments during the acting of our scripts today, the performance of our scripts. And he said, you know, what I see on the page tells me what my character is. And anything that isn't covered, I get to make up whatever I want. And I thought, that is so good to have, like, in the front of my mind, so that if I have written something, or Joe and I, or Joe, predominantly Joe writes, I assist. if Joe writes something and I'm looking at it and I think, okay, so what's going on in this script? What's supposed to be happening? What characteristics does this character need? Okay, they're all explained or they're all hinted at or whatever. They're all in there. Okay, maybe that's 10% of the character. The other 90%, the actor gets to populate it however they see fit. That is so cool because then you have the script where you think it's going to, the script's going to do what you want it to do. It's going to cover the ground you want it to cover. But then you get the surprise of, oh, look, the character that's the protagonist is something we never imagined and has that part we need as well. It's like, oh, that is so cool. I found that exhilarating, inspiring. It was just like, wow, like a light bulb went off. A whole bunch of flash bulbs went off. It's like the reason to write a script is to see what happens when someone takes the character and makes it their own. For me, I know some script writers are not like that. They're like, no, you can't do that to my character. My character is supposed to be this way. It's like the young lady whose name, I apologize, I cannot remember your name, who portrayed Carrie.
She was perfect.
She was like this manifestation of this character from kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean,
Elizabeth?
the one the ocean, the ocean goddess one.
I didn't see any of that.
Anyway, it was great to see that. And it was great to see how all the different actors decided, okay, their character's going to be like this. This is how I'm going to do it.
Can I say something?
No.
And I just have one thing to say. I don't know if Brennan watches these, but I want you to send this to Brennan directly. After Alan saw your acting capabilities, he wants you to play the transgendered part of Betty.
He already knows that.
He knows that? You told
Well,
him?
I basically said when we were discussing it after they had performed that segment of the script, I said, now I'm considering transgender, something male, female role. It would be cool.
Oh, it's supposed to be funny. Anyway.
It was funny.
Alan has now given me a clothing allowance because I didn't realize till I got to the catch and release party that there were so many people who had seen our daily video blogs. Me without underwear, without makeup, without hair done.
Without clothing.
Without clothing, in fact. I don't know why anyone would get excited about a 58-year-old naked woman.
Takes all kinds
It takes all kinds
to make the pornographic industry go round.
I forget where I was going with that. Anyway,
Clothing allowance.
Clothing allowance. Look at it. Cute.
You need to buy me some new threads.
Nobody's ever seen that before.
No, I mean other stuff though. I like colorful things.
I think this makes him look like the crocodile hunter.
Anyway, so S.I.F.T, highly recommend it. It looks very much like they're going to do another S.I.F.T next summer. Joe's going to return to S.I.F.T. She did it 15 or 17 years ago.
17 years ago.
And I'm going to get her to go back and do it next summer. I'm going to go back. Presumably, I guess I'd do the advanced script writing, I guess, maybe, but I don't know.
We can't take the course at the same
Yes,
the class at the same time.
Yes.
I think fights would break.
No, we won't be in the same class. You'll be in the beginner level and I'll be in the...
Why would I have to be in the beginner?
Because you didn't do feature film script writing.
I think I'm having a hot...
Anyway, so shout out to those who are interested in feature film making, web series making, TV series making, writing, scripting, producing, whatever. Seriously, keep your eyes open, ears open, listen, track whatever you have to track. Digi60, I guess, website might be the best place to find out, when the next S.I.F.T kicks off and get yourself registered.
Here's a tip for you.
What's a tip?
I imagine it'll be in the summer.
Next summer, yeah. Kevin Burton's now going to go into a period of recovery because he had a lot of work to do. Genevieve, I hope I got that right, probably as well, because those two did a lot of work. There's a lot of happy people who participated who are really thrilled that they were able to participate, and I know we're all very thankful for all the work everyone who organized and put into that. And
Quick! I get to say whatever I want because he's not here yet. Love you, Sarah.
Okay, so the camera ran out of recording time, and we. Oh, what happened here?
It's too bad you didn't go to a filmmaking course.
Well, you hit that
I
microphone.
did not
You
hit
did.
the microphone.
You did.
I didn't.
You did.
Did not. We never fight, really. I never wish she was dead.
All right. Okay, so the camera hit the 10-minute limit and shut off. So I was saying, and Joe went and changed because she was cooking. I was saying that when everyone left, I saw a lot of inspired people who were very keen to get working on their projects with a renewed vigor and the new information they had to work with that was going to, make whatever they were working on better than it was going to be without having attended S.I.F.T. So I'm like totally 100% in
Sold?
favor, sold. Like, if you're looking at doing anything film-wise, TV-wise, web-wise, if from script writing to shooting, producing to marketing, you should get your stuff together and go and attend S.I.F.T. next summer.
And the really cool thing you got to do was to pitch your idea.
Oh yeah, that was a surprise. The screenwriters were asked to pitch, and I didn't. When I went into the screenwriting, my original thought was, well, I'm going to have a better understanding when I'm dealing with script writers because I'll understand where they're coming from. But now I actually feel like, well, gee, I should, work more with Joe and write more scripts and spend more time writing a script with Joe myself because it looks easier now that I have an understanding.
Thanks, Tom.
Now that I have an understanding. And then once you've got a script, scripts can be sold. So that means you got to basically make contact with people to sell them. So that's pitching your script. And pitching your script, you can pitch your script to anybody and everybody because you never know who might be connected to somebody who would go, oh, that's cool. I should tell my buddy who is
a millionaire. And
yeah. And in fact, you can sell a script even if it never gets produced. And if that happens and you can detach yourself from the piece of work and go, well, I just made $20K and no one's going to shoot it until somebody, comes up with more money, that's fine. I'm good with that. So anyway, it's great. Bottom line, it's great. People should go do it. So pitching the script was a novel experience, and I found I really enjoyed doing it.
I don't know why Alan always gets to say everything, but